Hey guys, I'm Deepthi Desikan, and in this video I'm going to be doing like a comparison video of MAC versus Maybelline lipstick shades, like one shade but different budgets, because you know MAC lipsticks are way over 2,500 rupees and Maybelline it's like 600-ish, but you can get it on a much better discount. And also you can shop all of these products during the Amazon Ultimate brand sale that runs from 5th to 10th of June. Unmissable deals on your favorite brands for limited time only. Shop now and save big. Anyways, nobody forced me to make this video. This video idea is all of my own. I plan my content much ahead and I have it always written right here in this book, and because I need to get the products in time and I always plan my content way ahead, so I thought, okay, why not just do it during this time? And anyways, this is a video I was anyways planning to film, so I'm partnering with Amazon during this time to film this video, and I can see that most of these products are on discount. So I have only the Maybelline lipsticks in this video and the MAC lipsticks, no liquid lipsticks, because I feel like I couldn't find similar shades in both of this. And also I feel like Maybelline lipsticks are what compares a lot to the MAC shades. Possibly are not 100% dupes, but they are similar shades as well, and I really like the formulation of the Maybelline lipsticks, so that's the reason I thought of doing this. Anyways, let's get started. The first shade we have is MAC Taupe, and a more recommended dupe or an alternate shade for a MAC Taupe is Maybelline Ultimatte lipstick in the shade More Taupe. I really like the formulation of these Ultimatte lipsticks. You guys know it. They retail for around 699 rupees, but you can always find them on a discount for about 350 rupees. It's creamy matte and comfortable, but not necessarily the most long-lasting lipstick, because most creamy matte lipsticks anyways fade away when you're having a meal or anything. So somebody commented and said these influencers would say anything for the money. But what do you expect? It's a creamy matte lipstick, and this is the staying power of it. Like if you don't eat anything, it stays pretty much put, but the minute you slurp on something or you have a meal, it does fade away from your lips, but it's always easier to reapply and it's very comfortable on the lips. And I really like the shades in this range. It's pigmented, comfortable and matte. So anyways, so Taupe versus More Taupe. I feel like Taupe is a little bit more brown than More Taupe, and More Taupe pulls a little more peachy on my lips, but they are like 99% similar shades. So this is what they look like side by side on my lips. Next up I have MAC Warm Teddy versus Maybelline More Mocha. I really like the way More Mocha looks on my lips more than Warm Teddy because of the pigmentation of this. And also these are like a 99 to 100% match, I would say. They're pretty similar. I feel like the MAC lipstick is sort of exaggerating the dryness on my lips, and now I always get these comments like, why can't you just exfoliate your lips before you film the video? I've exfoliated, moisturized and everything, but I swatched almost close to 120, 150 lipsticks in my previous lip swatch video, and ever since it has like taken a toll on my lips. It is also a dupes video, which I think a lot of you guys would really like. It's like a one brand dupe. It will come up really soon because I have to sit down to edit that. Next up I have MAC Chili versus Maybelline More Rust. Now MAC Chili is a very bright red with a lot of orange tones to it. I don't really like it on my skin tone, and nor do I really like the shade More Rust, but these are what they look like side by side. Again, these shades are so similar, so if you wanted a good alternative, you can just pick up the Maybelline one. Next one we have the oh so popular MAC Maximal Matte lipstick in Ruby Woo. This is a reformulation. It is not as saturated as the previous shade was, and it also has a subtle lack of pigmentation as well, which I've noticed. The shade that is similar to that is Maybelline More Ruby. This has the same kind of like pigmentation, saturation that the previous MAC Ruby Woo had, minus the drying factor. So when a lot of you guys ask me, should I pick up MAC Ruby Woo? Is it worth it? Is that shade worth it? You could probably try out More Ruby first and see if it works out for your skin tone, if you really like the formulation, and then probably invest in the MAC one if you really want to own it. Or you can probably just disown that idea and just stick to Maybelline itself, because the formulation on this one is so good. Next up I have a shade comparison, and I would not call this a 100% match. They are similar color family, but one is more deeper than the other. This is MAC Burning Love, and a shade similar to that is Maybelline More Berry. So More Berry is a tad bit deeper purple than Burning Love itself, but like I mentioned, this is not just a dupes video. I also want to show you guys shade comparisons of MAC versus Maybelline. Here you go. This is how they look like on the lips. Next one I have is MAC Double Fudge Matte Lipstick versus Maybelline More Cedar. Now these are like very dark brownish red shades. Okay, this is like deep red with brown undertones to it, and they like are pretty much exactly the same shades. MAC one, though claims to be a matte lipstick, has a little bit more sheen to it compared to the Maybelline lipstick itself. So this is like proper matte, but a comfortable matte, I would say. See, from the looks of it, this looks very similar to MAC Sin, right? So sometimes when you guys ask me, even in the back of my head, I'm like, yeah, they're very similar shades. When you swatch it side by side is when you realize that they are not similar shades, because this has more brown to it and Sin has more sort of like berry tones to it, and they're not like very similar. So with that, we complete the Ultimatte lipsticks. And anyways, I will compare this to Sin and show it to you as well. Like on the lips, they look pretty much the same, but Sin has more berry tones to it, and when you swatch it on the hand you can see it a lot better. So I'm just anyways going to show you these swatches side by side as well. Like on my lips, I feel like that berry is so much more neutralized than it was on my arm, but I feel like a better match to MAC Sin is the creamy matte lipstick in the shade Burgundy Blush. So this is how they look like side by side. Now you don't have to go out and pick both of it. If you have more Cedar, don't pick Burgundy Blush, and if you have Burgundy Blush, don't pick up more Cedar. And if you have Sin or Double Fudge, you don't really have to pick any of these. All of these fall on a similar color family. There are just minute differences in undertones that not a lot of people could probably even spot when you once apply it on your lips. Now, before I proceed, the formulation of these creamy matte lipsticks are one of my favorite. Actually, the original formulation of the creamy matte lipsticks, they used to come in a packaging like this, were my favorite. They had the most amazing pigmentation, comfortable matte formulation. They were so good. Like the creamy matte, it stands true to the name, but the pigmentation was on spot. It was not too sheeny. They have sort of reformulated it and changed up the formulation a little bit. It's not as creamy matte or intense in terms of pigmentation anymore, but the shades are really nice. And I do have some of the newer formulation. Some of it is old. I can't really go and keep repurchasing the same shades again and again, knowing that I already own it, you know, because I have to empty so many lipsticks and I can't just keep repurchasing and wasting my money on it. So some I have newer shades, some I don't. These are pretty affordable. I think these are priced at 320-ish rupees, and you can always find it on discount. Originally they were priced at 550, then it was priced at 299, and I think now it's at 326 or 330 or something, 320 or something like that. Now swatching some really popular shades like MAC Meher, which is a very pale pink shade, and comparing it to Maybelline Touch of Spice. This is how they look like side by side. Meher is a little bit more pale pink compared to Maybelline, which has a little bit more depth to it, but both of these shades do wash me out, and I don't dare wear this without a lip liner or a full face of makeup on. Next up, comparing MAC Maximal Whirl versus Nude Nuance. This is the newer Nude Nuance, which doesn't have as much grade tone to it. So this is how they look like side by side. I wouldn't call this to be like a 100% match. I think they're like 96% similar. Just that the Nude Nuance doesn't have that greyish brown undertone that Whirl has. I'm also comparing Nude Nuance to one of their new festive collection lipstick. I think this is going to be discontinued soon because this is what's on discount everywhere. This one is the MAC lipstick in the shade Warm Wishes. This is a retro matte formulation, and again it is very similar to the Nude Nuance shade, so I thought I'll just give it a good comparison. Like they all fall under similar color families. Next up, I have MAC Marrakesh versus Madison Red. Madison Red is a little bit lighter than Marrakesh itself. Marrakesh is a little bit more deeper, but these are what they look like side by side. Again, not calling it a dupe. I saw someone recommending the shade More Rust as a dupe for Marrakesh. Let me just swatch that. Oh no, it's not at all similar. This is More Rust and Marrakesh. Next up, I have MAC Soyu, which is a warm pink shade. It is a very like shiny formulation because it's an amplified cream lipstick, and a shade similar to that is Maybelline Dried Rose. Next is MAC Just Curious versus Maybelline East Village Rose. These are spot on the same bright peachy pink shades, which don't really look good on my skin tone. This one is MAC Paramount, which is a favorite shade of mine. I've used it and abused it so much. And a shade similar I could find is Maybelline Nude Taupe. I'm not sure if this shade is still available or discontinued. But these tones of lipsticks are my favorite. Like they are not like your straight up brown. They also are not straight up red. It's a mix of it in a very balanced, dusty, brownish red shade. Next one is MAC Girl About Town, which is one of my first MAC lipsticks ever and one of the oldest lipsticks in my collection. It's still going strong. It's smelling fine. It performs fine, but I wouldn't recommend using lipsticks this old, okay? I'm just doing it for the lip swatch video, putting my own self at risk, and I wouldn't recommend this to anyone else. But that's one good thing about MAC lipsticks is they have really long shelf life and they never break in the bullet. They've never like given up on me. That's one thing I have to give it to these lipsticks for. And I remember like I was like this naive young little girl who walked into a MAC store. I was just 18, 19. Yeah, that's how old this lipstick is. And I didn't know what kind of shade I wanted on myself. I didn't know what formulation to pick up, and I just bought this. And my second lipstick was Ruby Woo, but this was my first one. And for that reason, I would never throw this away. This will always be in my collection, no matter what. Just a little trip down memory lane, just a little bit of nostalgia. It's always good to remember where we started off. And that time I didn't even have a channel. And when I had a channel, I used these lipsticks so much, and I never had that many products. So I just tried to like mix and match a lot of the products I owned. And yeah, I'm so thankful for where I started off. Anyways, this is a shade Mesmerizing Magenta, which is not quite as cool toned like the MAC shade is, but this is the closest I could get to this shade. And right now I don't really like these kind of shades on my skin tone, and I would never wear it. I feel it clashes with the undertone of my skin. Even though I'm like a neutral warm, I feel like that subtle warmth in my skin doesn't do very well with cool toned pinkish shades. And then I have MAC D for Danger, which is a very underrated shade from MAC. It is a very pinkish red, like it has a lot of pink tones to it, so it looks beautiful. But a shade similar, again not 100% match, is Midnight Date. This is a little bit more brown tone and a little bit more warm. Comparing it to Divine Wine, which is recommended as a dupe for Diva, Divine Wine is so much more brown again. So Divine Wine is often recommended as a dupe for Diva, right, like I mentioned, but you can see these two are a little bit different shades. Like Divine Wine is a lot lighter than Diva. Next up, we have MAC Velvet Teddy, and a dupe that is recommended for it so much online is Maybelline Clay Crush. Though the shades look very similar, there is a shift in undertones. Next up, I have MAC Mocha, and a dupe for that I have is from the Maybelline Superstay ink crayon range. This is sort of like a waxy, sheeny looking lip crayon. This is not my favorite formulations from Maybelline. They have beautiful shades, no denying that, but I don't really like the formulation of this. And a lot of the shades have been discontinued as well, and this is priced at 799 rupees, which I also feel is a little bit pricey, but this is what the shades look like side by side. The last shade we have is MAC Go Retro, and a shade that is similar from the Superstay ink lip crayon is Live on the Edge. Not sure if the shade is available. I have a feeling it's discontinued, but I'm just watching it in case you were like this makeup collector that happens to have this shade in your collection. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I will leave all the links to the products I can find in the description box below, and also let me know if you want to watch more such videos in the comments down below. Like if you want me to compare this brand versus this brand, find one brand dupes, or dupe a higher end brand or another affordable brand because you don't really like the formulation, just let me know all of it in the comments down below. And I'm all in for making dupes videos because it's just making me feel a lot more like alive, and I find it to be a lot of fun to find dupes. Okay, so let me know in the comment section down below, and if you're not interested in dupes videos as well, let me know in the comments. Okay, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.